Hello there and welcome to my YouTube channel, Climbinator 1978 or 1978, whichever way you want to pronounce it. Today I'm going to review a very unusual film for my channel. And apologies for if I sound a bit rough. I'm a bit bunged up with a cold. I've had it for a few weeks and yes. The old green grollies haven't quite left me yet. But anyway, on to the review and the film in question, which you see on your screen right now, or at least you should. Disney's remake of Lilo and Stitch, or Lilo and Stitch, or whichever way you want to pronounce that. Well, it's unusual for me to review a Disney film, granted, as I tend to cover more action movies and horror films on my channel. But I saw the trailer for this and it intrigued me. Now, I've never seen the original, and I've heard that the original animated version of this actually is a very good Disney film. I wasn't really keen from what I saw of the animation in that original, but anyway, you can have a film that has bad looking animation but good storytelling, but that's the original. I went to see this today because the trailer sold me, and I must admit, this has already been one of the best films I've seen this year. I don't care what other reviewers are saying. I think this film is really, really good. It's got heart put into it, and it's got depth, but there's not a lot of characterization, and in the sense of don't expect huge twists and all that. It's a Disney film. Seriously, some of these critics who have been panning this film, they expect too much. This is a film that is very frothy and very light-hearted. It's about families and companionship, getting through difficult times, and how families can be disjointed and later become jointed together in the most unusual ways. For example, Stitch feels like an outcast at the beginning of the film. I am going into mild spoilers territory, so if you don't want to be spoiled, right, then I suggest you pause the review and go and see the film, and then come back and listen to the rest of the video. But anyway, at the beginning of the film, Stitch, he feels like an outcast, which is why he creates nothing but mischief when he lands on Earth. Lilo, she feels like she's an outcast because she is bullied by everyone at her dance school. But the thing is, the two of them bond because of this, despite others advising them not to. And they eventually form a bond that is unbreakable. It's like when it's like man and dog. Dog is man's best friend, and you can never break that bond between a human being and their dog. or pets or whatever. Because when people say someone is, overly protective of dogs or cats or something, they may be to you, but to them, that dog or cat could be everything to them. Anyway, the film Lilo and Stitch it's really, really heartwarming to watch. There are moments that will make you chuckle. I mean, I actually chuckled quite a lot throughout the film, and I'm very hard to please when it comes to Disney. I mean, I went to see Snow White earlier this year, the remake, and that was only because I had a free cinema ticket. But this film makes up for Snow White, in my opinion. If you've got a family, go take your family to see this. This film really is worth it. Your partner will enjoy it. Your kids will enjoy it. Your family will enjoy it. It's 5 stars from me. And there's no truly awful performance in the film from what I saw. And as I say, there are plenty of chuckles, particularly coming from Stitch, but then that is to be expected. But there's also some chuckles from the co-starring characters. I'm thinking of the 2 bumbling, idiotic aliens. Now, I don't really know anything about the original film and how that goes, but I'm reviewing this as an original film in itself, and let me know what you think about this remake and how it compares to the original. And all I can say is that I think overall this year we've had some pretty good films come out. I mean, we had Thunderbolts, which was a much better film than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was the best Marvel film since Endgame, but then that's not saying much. I mean, we've had Black Widow, The Marvels, which I thought wasn't bad, but Black Widow was absolute dog crap. We had Black Panther 2, which visually was spectacular, but plot-wise, it was just 2 characters beating each other up for 2.5 hours, and that was it. I could call it the longest ever punch-up, and, that would be it. It would not change a thing. It reminds me of that longest ever punch-up sketch in the Fast Show. That was Black Panther 2. To say it was massively underwhelming compared to the first film is an understatement. But in this year we've had Thunderbolts. We've had, forgive me, as I say, I'm a bit bunged up. We've had Thunderbolts. We've had, which I'm about to see, the new Mission Impossible. We've also had, oh God, it's etched on my brain somewhere. Oh God sake, what was it? Into the Lost Land. CGI was terrible, but I thought the flow of the story wasn't bad. We had Drop as well. And what was the one I went to see a few weeks ago now? Final Destination Bloodlines. Yes, I recommend that if you're a horror fan like me. That was so good. Probably not a good thing to say when I'm reviewing a Disney film, but seeing as the last few Disney films have been horrible films anyway. But coming in 2025, we've got the upcoming Superman film, which looks so great. I know it's divided fans, but it looks like DC Universe Online brought to the big screen, and that is what I love about it. And I'll be covering that in a future video. And I'm also looking forward to the Fantastic Four film. And there's a few others coming out. But Superman is definitely on my list of films to see, because that just looks so good. But Lilo and Stitch is a film that definitely surprised me with how much I enjoyed it. And there were certainly plot points that reminded me of childhood films I watched when I was growing up, like Beethoven. Like, as I say, the girl is being bullied, and at one point she gets saved by Stitch. It's kind of like the point in Beethoven where the young boy is saved from the bullies by Beethoven. And there's a couple of other points as well that are reminiscent to those type of films. But overall, I think that this is going to be the big hit for families throughout half term and throughout the next 4 to 6 weeks. And I think it's going to make a big bundle of money when it comes to merchandise sales, and definitely a big bundle of money at the box office. And to be honest, I think that this is a good enough reason for people to think twice about going to streaming platforms, because streaming is basically invading cinema territory. And if you don't go to cinemas, you're not getting the full experience. You know, you're not getting the experience of people's reactions. But films, basically, they are there to be made for the big screen. And Lilo and Stitch has proven that. Final Destination Bloodlines proves that. But this film, I really recommend it. It's sugary in places when it comes to its plot, but that is to be expected. And overall, if you love Disney, this is one of those few remakes that's actually worked. And that's mind you, that has coming from someone who hasn't seen the original. But from what I've heard from those who have seen the original, quite a lot of them are impressed with this one. So, this film is 10 out of 10 from me. And I hope you all have a good day, everyone.